Alright guys, so another week, and now we have episode 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Here with me as always, Sterling, SDUBnation, and yeah, so Sterling, tell me what you thought of this episode.
All right, initial thoughts. I thought of it to be better than the first episode. Like the first episode, it didn't. When I first watched the first episode, I wasn't like, okay, I gotta watch the second episode right away. Now I'm like, okay, it sucks that we only have what
4.
5.
We're a quarter.
Yeah, 4 more
we're
weeks.
third done with the show already.
Yeah, we're about to have like just another month of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So we've ended the first act of the show now, and I'm very intrigued by it. It seems like it's going in a great spot, but the first episode didn't intrigue me a lot as I wished it did. But this episode, I loved it, man. It was pretty great from the start, actually.
Yeah, I agree. This episode was way better than the first one, and I'm actually glad that a good chunk of this episode is centered on John Walker, because I mean, you have this guy. I mean, everyone hated him. Everyone hates him right now. After just the first episode, that in those 9 seconds of him, everyone just decided he's the most hated character. But no, they actually take some of the time to kind of just make him seem like he's not that bad of a guy. Like, he's got his own stuff going on, and they actually do make John seem like a really sympathetic character.
Yeah, like he may not turn out to be that in the end, but you know, as of right now, hey, I kind of respect the guy.
Yeah,
like, obviously, you know, to me, Captain America is Steve Rogers, but this guy, I mean, hey, give him the shield. I mean, he could be Captain America. He could be. Like, who knows? Maybe at the end of the series, Falcon lets him keep the shield. And
logically,
he
seems like the right choice for Captain America. Like, he doesn't seem like he's a bad choice. He's got the experience. He's got the physique. He's got the like combat readiness. He's got like 3 medals of honors.
And the only thing that he doesn't have is the super soldier serum. You know,
I don't know. He might. I've seen theories that he might have it because he was throwing that shield a little too good.
I mean, Falcon did the exact same thing. We saw the trailers.
Yeah, trailers aren't the real thing. But I actually really do like that whole high school sequence. I like that whole high school sequence in the beginning with John going back to his high school.
Oh, that little Good Morning America product placement.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta get the company synchronization.
I mean, yeah, you know, ABC, Disney, parent company.
I'm glad that they brought back they remixed the Star Spangled Man with the Plan and made it like a high school like marching band. Like, that's one of my favorite Marvel Studio openings now.
Yeah, that opening is really good.
I don't. I like really good high school football music. Like, if you get what I mean, like marching bands.
Marching band.
Yeah, like the whole like bravado they have. Like, I really like how he's more like a propaganda Captain America, because that's what Steve started out as.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. That's what Steve started off as. He didn't start off as fighting in
Captain America wasn't a fighter. He was there to sell war bonds.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He was there to sell war bonds. So, I mean, I like what they're doing with John Walker as of right now. But one thing that I did notice in the beginning, like in the opening with the marching band and stuff, how much diversity was just in that area. Like, I saw so many African Americans. Like, that made me like, oh my god, that's actually kind of cool.
That's one thing I want to talk about. This episode did a real good job of like showing diversity, but also like what it's like, you know, being like
black in America. Yeah, basically.
Like, you see him walking down the street talking to the kid, like, "Are you Black Falcon?" And that is a thing. Like, a lot of superheroes are just have the word black in front of them because they're black.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing they did with Isaiah Bradley. Like, I didn't know who Isaiah Bradley was.
Like, when he said we're going to go see Isaiah, I'm like, who's Isaiah? And then the dude from Supergirl who played Martian Manhunter's dad in Supergirl, that's where I knew him from.
That's what I know him
he's in the show?
I was wondering, he looked familiar.
Yeah, like, I was like, oh my god, he's in the show? What is he? What is his character? And then he threw the Altoids box, and then like it made a dent in the wall. I'm like, bro, what is he? Like, is he an alien or what? Like, what is he? And then they were like,
and it's kind of sad to know that, like, that's pretty much how it is in America. Like, a lot of Black history gets erased.
Yep.
Like, you have entire like family generations that are just like erased because of things like the slave trade, where they're just getting taken from their homes. Yeah,
like literally throughout the entire MCU, we don't know a thing about Isaiah Bradley, but he was around.
He was around
during
when
that
Steve was
time
gone.
Period.
When Steve was gone, when Steve was under ice, They had an entire black Captain America going around
Yep.
that Hydra was afraid of. And then
Yep.
what did they reward him with for being a hero? They freaking lock him up for
Locked them
30
up.
years like a lab rat.
Hmm.
Like that just was like that was just like that just like made me feel dirty. I'm like, wow, like
Yeah, but at the same time, what Marvel and Disney really, what they were able to do with that whole thing, they didn't make it seem like it was just like, oh my god, now we have, since this is a black centric show, we're gonna have to have like these black centric stories. What I liked about it was that it felt kind of natural. You know,
yeah,
it kind of felt natural.
and I
Like
like how
they're just portraying this in a way that is easy to digest to a broader audience.
yeah.
So that's one of the
And I
things I
like
really
how
like.
when Isaiah, when he's referring to Bucky, when he says your people weren't done with me, I like how that has a double meaning. Like he's talking
Yeah.
about white people, but he's also talking about Hydra.
Hydra. And that's one of the things that I thought. At first, I thought he was talking about white people, and then Bucky was like, "No, he was just talking about Hydra." I'm like, he
Yeah.
could be talking about
And then the
both.
whole scene outside with the cops, like that's all too common. Like that was just a disgusting
Yeah,
scene.
that right there, that it showed me that, like, that demonstrated to me, okay, this show is gonna be great. Like, I already knew that I was gonna like the show, but I was like, okay, this show is gonna be
Yeah,
awesome. It's gonna be great.
and it's
Just from that scene alone,
because
and
Marvel has never really done stuff like that where they just show like they don't have to spell it out for you, but you know, like it's
mm-hmm,
subtle how they're like, is this guy bothering you? Sir, is this guy bothering you?
mm-hmm.
See some ID.
Like how the cops almost had, like, he had his hand on his gun holster,
And they're not even there for
ready
they're
to,
there for Bucky.
yeah.
They're there for
Well, I mean,
Bucky.
they later found out that they were there for Bucky, but you
Yeah,
know,
they have like three cops
it's
surrounding Sam, asking like, "Is this dude
mm-hmm.
bothering you?" And I like how it's in
And then,
Baltimore
oh my
too,
god,
because
I didn't
typically,
notice you without your
whenever
goggles.
there's black superheroes, it's always Harlem. It's always either like
Harlem,
Harlem or Africa. But like it
Harlem,
being Baltimore makes it feel real
like
to
New
me
York.
because I have family in Baltimore.
I
Like
mean,
a
that can
good,
happen. Like this type of thing can happen anywhere, not
yeah,
just in New York. I mean, most of it kind of does happen in New York, but not just in New York and, you know, in Africa.
yeah.
It happens
They could have
everywhere,
gone to
and
like the big
it's
places that everyone knows, like New York, but no, they just go to Baltimore, Maryland, and
like a small place.
yeah, I think they're doing a really good job with the diversity in the show and showing themes of
Mm-hmm.
like racism. Because like, why did they not give it to Sam? Even though Sam gave it
Mm-hmm.
up, they just lied to him. Isaiah Bradley
Mm-hmm.
kept away from the world for 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Sam getting, like, literally Sam getting stopped by cops,
Yeah, Sam
almost
getting profiled,
getting about
and
to
then
die.
they
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
apologize when they realize he's the Falcon. Same thing with
Yep.
the accountant or the bank teller in the first episode.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just liking the fact that they're actually showing something like this that's easy, like easily digested by everyone, like
And
the
it's not
general
spoon
audience.
fed. It's
Yeah,
not spoon fed. Like,
it's a good thing that they're doing that.
yeah, like they don't have to shove it in your face. Like, look at Sam being treated differently because he is black. I was like, no, because
Yeah,
then that would just like people would know that's not genuine. Like people would
yeah,
still
that would
think
be a
like
gimmick. Like,
it's like, oh, they're just doing it to be inclusive or diversive. But nah,
I'm like, no, I
because
mean, it actually happens. I
yeah,
mean,
since
it
it's
happens in
subtle,
the world.
you pick it up because you're like, wait, I've seen that before. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
yeah, how come they're being more hostile towards him?
yeah, exactly. Why are they stopping him? And then, oh my god, in actuality, Bucky is the one that gets arrested. So it's it's great that they're showing something like that, you know, especially with the Isaiah Bradley character too.
Yeah,
That's a great, they're doing that. Um, so, like, what did you think of, like, the therapy scene? In my opinion, I found it to be forced.
the therapy
Like,
scene. I actually really like the therapy scene because the Marvel doesn't really do stuff like that, and with these Disney Plus shows, they're actually like taking new stuff, and I really do like how they have them opening like Bucky opening up about his guilt, and then you have Sam opening up about like he just did what he thought was right, and like people are getting angry at him for it. I really think the therapy. I honestly think the therapy scene was really good at just showing like what's going on in these characters, and they did it in like a comedic way too with the staring contest thing.
mm-hmm. I mean, I love the therapy scene also, but like I mean, it just felt forced to me because, like, she was like, "Okay, Bucky, come with me," and then she looked back at Sam. You too, Sam. I'm like, bro, what? Like, why are you getting Sam? Like, what does Sam have to do with his therapy session? Like, Sam has nothing to do with Bucky in this moment, you know. But I guess,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
to
Maybe
have
she's
that
just a
scene
therapist
with
and she can
Bucky.
just see that Sam has issues. I don't know.
I mean, I guess, but even then, I mean, Sam hides his issues a lot, especially with his pride. He masks that very well. I don't think anybody could see that Sam has issues unless you're looking at him. Look at John Walker with the shield, but that's just me. And I like Bucky. I like seeing Bucky open up. You know, when he was like, he was wrong. If he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me. I was kind of confused at it a lot, like when I first saw it, but yeah, I later found out that it was. Well, I mean, in my opinion, I found it to be like he was talking about like the shield situation.
I just
But
like
what did you think of it?
they're both just like it's shown as they're both dealing in different ways about how they don't know if they can live up to Steve. Like they're feeling as if they were worthy, and honestly, like that's for everyone. Bucky's feeling that, Sam's feeling that, even John Walker's feeling that. And I don't know. I'm glad that they all have kind of like the same problems, but they're all like going about it in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of third season.
And yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the therapist. The therapist is great. I love her connection to like Bucky. I love their dynamic together. But just that whole scene, the way it's played out is kind of forced a little bit like that. But let's talk about like the flag smashers. Like
The flag.
the
Um, I think they're a cool group. Like I think the idea of the Flag Smashers, because we all knew like the blip was gonna be like some motivation in like future villains, but the way they said why they're doing it, like how they care more about the people that disappeared than the ones who never left, like that seems selfish to me.
yeah,
Like you wanted
this is
government
kind of selfish.
handouts, you wanted handouts and stuff during this whole period where half the people on the planet were gone. Like yeah, they're gonna care about the
Like
people that just got dropped in from 5 years ago.
exactly. Like just like they literally got dropped in from 5 years ago, 3 months ago. Like Endgame happened 3 months ago
I thought it
from
was
this.
6 months
So
ago.
I think it's three. It's just 3 months.
Mm.
But I mean, I can't. Yeah, I can't really get behind the Flag Smashers right now. I love their mask. Like I love the black mask with the handprint. I love that
I
costume.
do like
But just the fact that they're one race, one people, or something like that.
a
What is
one
it?
world,
One
one
world, one
people.
people. I like the chant, but I mean, what does it? What
I
does it
like how they're
mean?
trying to
You know?
base them as like one person's freedom fighters, another person's terrorists. But I just think their motivations
Yeah,
seem too much as these guys are the bad guys. Like their whole thing, like
yeah.
worlds without borders, kind of doesn't make sense. Like why are
Mm-hmm.
they doing this? Like how did they get their super
There's
soldier serum? What
yeah,
is their
like there's
purpose?
you
But
know.
I do like
I
how they're
just
kind
thought
of
of
like.
something.
But
Okay, keep
one thing
going.
I do like is how they're kind of like the Underground Railroad, like how you have citizens like supporting them, like housing them.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that's a
Mm-hmm.
little nice dynamic, how like they're freedom fighters. But I don't know, it's just I feel like we just need to see more of them to kind of understand like
Mm-hmm.
what they're trying to do and like how big of a threat they are.
And especially from like what we've seen in the trailers, we know we got to get to Sharon Carter. We're just now getting into the Zemo stuff, and there's only 4 episodes left, and we just got done with the first act. I don't know
Yeah, that's
how
pretty
they're
much
gonna
the
fit
first
the
act,
Flag Smashers into that. So I
and
don't
we
know
know
how
they
they're
have to
gonna
go to
fit in John
Madripoor.
Walker,
We know they have to go to
Madripoor.
yeah that city that we
Oh
saw in the
yeah, yeah,
trailer.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we also know about what else? We also got to know about Falcon taking up the shield and the mantle and
Yeah, how
stuff like
does
that.
Falcon get
They
the
have a lot of
shield?
stuff to fit. They have a lot of stuff to fit. And what Flag Smashers as being villains that look cool,
Hmm.
but and their name kind of sounds cool, but their motivations
Yeah,
they're
like I
not.
like how
I
the
mean, the super soldiers are great. You know,
yeah.
that's great. You know, you guys did the whole red herring thing in Civil War. That's great. But in here, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, and now you also have John Walker as kind of like a secondary antagonist because
Maybe.
they're gonna have to be like kind of. I mean, they said stay out of his way, stay out of his way, and they have the resources of the government. So now you're gonna have to have like Sam and Bucky. Like, what are they gonna have to do to like get like to beat the Flag Smashers? We don't really know. Like, are they trying to beat them? Like, there's only four
Mm-hmm.
episodes left, so they kind of have to set up like what's gonna be the conflict of this show.
Mm-hmm. They got to set up. They also got to set up some of the Flash Masters themselves. I mean, we saw on the girl's phone, on Carly's
Yeah.
phone, that hey, like I heard about you, or like I'm coming to
Yeah,
kill you, or
like
something like
they're
that.
breaking
That
off
could
from
be
the
John
power
Walker,
broker
but yeah, I'm like,
because the
dude,
guy
who?
said it's the power broker's men.
You know what I'm thinking?
Hmm.
I'm thinking it may be Aaron.
Aaron.
You remember Aaron from Winter Soldier,
Aaron.
the IT guy?
Bruh.
He's in the show. He's in the show.
You think he's the power broker?
No, he is in the main cast, bro.
Oh.
He they when they did like their whole Disney their D23 thing in 2019, and they had little interviews for like the people, the cast for the show. He was one of the people that was inside of that casting. So he was one of the people that came up on stage and like reprising his role as Aaron, the IT guy.
Because we know
And also in
Zemo's
the
gonna get out.
Xbox ad.
Oh,
Yeah, we know Zemo's gonna get out,
Zemo's
but I
gonna
don't think
get
it's
out.
Zemo.
So yeah, I don't believe, because it can't be Zemo. How can he be managing this from inside the prison? And now,
Yeah,
like,
that
is
wouldn't
Carly
work.
and her group of people now rogue from like this power broker guy? So they're
Yeah,
by the government, Captain America, Falcon and Bucky, and the power broker. It's weird. It seems like there's a lot of players in the show, and we're only on the second episode.
And Aaron is new Master 69. It would make sense.
Is he actually?
They actually confirmed that.
Well,
he
they
was
just
new
said
Master
that to
69.
be goofy.
No, they actually confirmed
Bro,
that.
that's like
Aaron, the
confirming
IT
the
guy,
kid in
was.
Iron. That's like saying the kid in Iron Man 2 is Tom Holland. Like they just did that because might as well. But that's that's
Hey,
is that
you
serious?
like that kid? And yeah, I'm serious. Like I'm for real. I'm serious.
That's the stupidest thing. I don't know. We'll
Hey,
have
I
to
mean,
see.
you didn't think that the kid in Iron Man 2 being Peter was stupid, did you?
No, I just thought it was a gimmick.
You thought it was a gimmick, huh? Well, it wasn't stupid. You didn't say it was stupid. But yeah, like you said, I don't know about the Flash Masters, man. I don't know how they're gonna fit all of this in for the last 4 episodes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird.
I like the Zemo introduction. That was cool. I thought that was cool how they have the freaking opera music playing and they just show them.
Yeah, that was great.
Zemo is like
you,
their villains.
but like, have you seen Jeremy John's review?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Inside of his review, I agree with this also. Basically, what he says is that it would have been better if they would have said, you know, who we have to go see. Bam, play the opera music, and then we show Zemo inside of the prison, and then that's our like last reveal. But then they said we're gonna go see Zemo. Like, what? Why would? In my opinion, why would you just say that in the middle?
That seems
of the
like
street?
A spoon feeding moment. Like they both know like who they're talking about. Like they don't have. I think it's just the way the line was delivered.
Yeah, because like they just stopped in the middle of the road, got cops walking.
It's like they're
behind
talking
them.
to
John
us.
Walker's right there.
They're talking to us. They're like, we have to go see Z. Yeah, that probably would be better if they would say, all right, we have to go see him. Then you just have the opera music playing, go to the German prison, then you see him sitting there. That would be a cool reveal.
Lift his head up. Whoa, Zemo! But you know,
have his little theme playing from Civil War.
Did he have a theme playing from Civil War?
Yeah, he had the Siberian Overture.
So you know that theme, but you don't know Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Nope, because Siberian Overture is more prominent. That's the first thing you hear in the movie of Civil War.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I really want to see the dynamic between Bucky and Zemo. That's kind of what I'm excited for.
When I was going into the trailers, what I was expecting was that Sam and Bucky, they were going to be together. They were going to be a team, but then they were going to get split up at some point. And I suspected that Zemo would just be out of jail. Yeah. I was thinking that Zemo would just be out of jail, and then we would see Bucky come up behind Zemo, and with the gun, and then the bullets falling in slow motion. That's what I kind of thought. Like we would see. I thought Zemo would already be out in the world.
What we're gonna get? We're gonna get a moment between Bucky and Zemo, and Bucky's gonna try and convince him that he's the Winter Soldier again. Bucky's gonna have the gun to his head, and then he's gonna be like, "I'm not the Winter Soldier anymore." He's gonna empty the bullets on the ground. I think that's going to be a good turning moment for Bucky. He's going to try and use the words, and they don't work.
Maybe Zemo tells that old man. Maybe Zemo tells that old man that Bucky killed his son.
I don't know. I don't feel like that's going to be brought up again. I feel like that was just a show. No, I'm not talking about the immense thing. The immense thing's going to be brought up again, but I don't think that we're going to go specifically back to that old guy. I think that was just a show that Bucky has the list of people he's trying to make amends to.
Yeah, but then he never made amends to that old man, so... Again,
show us that he's trying.
No, they set that up. They set that up for a reason.
All right,
and I wouldn't be surprised if they go back.
You're right, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay,
I think we're gonna have him making amends with Zemo. But
What?
Zemo's in the list.
I know Zemo's in the list, but what, dude? What did Bucky take from Zemo? He didn't take his family. The Avengers did.
I don't know, but I don't know. He wants to make amends to Zemo somehow.
I believe that we are gonna see at the end of the show, we're gonna see Bucky go back to that old man. I don't think they just left that as a hanging thread for no reason.
See. I wouldn't put my money on that.
Just like how you put your money on mutants. But
Didn't
you know,
put my money on
it
mutants.
is what it is.
Actually, yeah, I put
Yes,
5 cents, and I gave that 5 cents up.
No, you didn't.
Not to you.
No, you didn't.
Not to you.
Of course you didn't. There was no way you're going to give me the money. You knew
I didn't make the bet.
You knew that there were going to be no mutants. Yes, you did. You knew there was going to be no mutants.
Chill. Let me. What did you think of the episode? Just
no
give me your ranking of it.
Show. Give me my ranking. Oh, hold up. What you trying to get into?
The ranking.
What do you mean you're
got something else to say?
Yeah.
Keep talking then.
All right.
Keep stepping.
This whole entire fight scene on the trucks, I like the action set piece, but the way John Walker threw that shield and Battlestar just landed on it on his back, that was dumb.
Okay, I agree. It was looked weird just because of the way they showed it. Like I don't think they should have shown John throwing the ceiling, the shield, because the way he just pulls it off his back and then throws it like that, it just kind of seems like an impossible movement.
Battlestar would have already hit the ground the moment John Walker turned around and looked at him.
But it was a nice moment. I like how his first thought is to care for his buddy. I feel like Battlestar might die, honestly.
Battlestar, no, I feel like John Walker. I wouldn't be surprised if John Walker.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I would be kind of sad. Because I honestly think, like you said, that would be a cool moment to see at the end of the show. Falcon doesn't become Captain America. Like he says, keep the shield, John. I think that would kind of like subverting everyone's expectations. But I don't want them to just like write John off as just like he was a bad guy the whole time. I think that would be kind of a waste.
I mean, you know how if they do that with this, I would feel mad because I mean I love the Evan Peters reveal, but for this, they're marketing this guy as a good guy, and they're showing us as his point as a good guy. Yeah. And then at the end of the series, he turns out to be a bad guy. That's subverting expectations. That's a cop out to me.
Yeah, that's
just like how they did with Iron Man 3.
I think because I want to be like, if Falcon couldn't be the Captain America, I wanted to be someone worthy of it. Like I want to see John. Like I want them to prove to us that John, like, he may have not been Steve's choice, but you know, he's a good choice. You know, will he be worthy? I don't know. I think that's up for the show to decide.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna get that answer in the near future because, hey man, listen, bro, stop rambling and all that. You're doing the most, honestly. Just what is your ranking? What's your tier? Okay,
my ranking. I'm gonna give this episode an A+ because I really do think it was good. It's not a perfect.
You're one of those.
It's not a perfect episode. But it's pretty close to being a perfect. So I'm gonna give it like a 9.2.
Pretty close, 9.2. Well, for me, I'm giving it an S because it's not perfect, but you know, Falcon and the Winter Soldier seems like it's going to be a great show. Probably not better than WandaVision because we got 9 episodes of WandaVision, and I only have 2 episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So right now, WandaVision is still the better show, but I'm giving it a 9. So yeah, that's my tier and that's my ranking. Deal with it.
Deal with it. No one's fighting you.
What you trying to get into?
Nothing. I'm trying to end this video.
Go ahead and end it.
Well, thank you guys for watching our review of episode 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Everything that we did say inside of this was just our very own opinion.
All
right, keep it going. Keep it going.
Then let us know down in the comments your thoughts on the episode. Leave a like. Make sure to check out Sterling's channel in the description. Recently, SDUBnation 600. Go celebrate over there. And don't forget to go check out our Disney Plus shows ranking that we did a while back for just kind of our general
link
thoughts
in
on
the
all these
description
shows coming out. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.